Hey, friendos, Steve here.
Hey, Larson.
And welcome back to Going in Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to. On today's episode, we've got your Monday Night Raw review. We are less than a week away. We're like, 5 days away from Saturday night's main event. We'll be doing our live watch-along and review of the show. So hopefully you guys will join us for that. But we had ourselves, Monday Night Raw last night. It was a fun enough episode, I thought. I thought it had a killer main event. It had some really good wrestling. On the thumbnail, I have heel turn incoming or something like that. And the only reason I mention it is because it seems like they're definitely going in a direction with Jey Uso. And I feel like last night was the first little hint that the crowd might be kind of responding to that direction. And it was in a backstage segment with Jimmy Uso where he was, walking and the camera was with him. And then he comes upon his brother, Jey Uso. And the crowd started booing. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. They like Jimmy because he's been written as the sympathetic character, and he comes across the guy who's being kind of a dick. And for the first time, it's like, oh, yeah, Jay's kind of a dick. And the crowd in the arena seemed to respond to that. And
well,
I wonder.
Maybe the situation is they weren't booing Jay, they were booing Jimmy because they all like Jay. And right or wrong, they feel like Jimmy's getting in Jay's way.
I guess maybe there's some ambiguity there, but I thought it was kind of interesting that as soon as they see him, the boos start, and maybe it's like, oh, wait a second, no, boo Jimmy. I don't know.
Of course, when Jay comes out to open the show, everybody's doing the thing.
No, yeah, massive, and they want him to do the thing. But within the context of like the actual story, when we're presented with them, they started to boo. And I thought it'd be an interesting point of conversation.
I think they're booing Jimmy.
Okay. Is that actually how you feel?
No, I didn't really think about it. I didn't notice that in that loud of a boos, but it's an interesting dichotomy where the crowd still absolutely positively loves Jay, as evidenced by anytime he makes an appearance in the ring. Crowd goes crazy. Everybody loves to do the yeet thing. I understand. It's a participatory thing. It's a communal thing. People like that kind of stuff. But like when he talks, it's not like he gets booed. It's not like his entrance is getting cheered.
No, it's not.
When he does a promo. So it's interesting if there's a backstage segment that there'd be boos, and then you have to kind of decipher, all right, who are those directed towards? Because everything else would seem to indicate that Jay is still super popular with the fan base. Why would they boo him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Basically under any context,
Yeah.
At this point. Whereas Jimmy is obviously being presented as your typical WWE always do the right thing babyface.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if the crowd views Jimmy as the one, I know I'm getting sidetracked from us on the thumbnail. I'm just trying to piece this all together. If the crowd views Jimmy as, or Pontus Olsen here says they were saying oos. It wasn't booze.
It's entirely possible.
Then if they see Jimmy as someone who's getting in the way of Jay reaching the success all the fans want Jay to achieve, maybe they're saying boo or oos towards Jimmy and not Jay.
That's entirely possible.
I mean, I guess from the promo with Jay, or the summit, whatever they called it, they meet. Where Punk is saying to Jay, are you willing to do whatever it takes to win? That alone could be indicative of Jay, Punk, or both of them being in a position where they got to bend the rules a little bit, take advantage of some outside interference in a normal circumstance they wouldn't do. Who knows? So when we didn't talk about this in advance, like kind of the lead story. And so when I saw the thumbnail, I thought that was going to be the reference. I didn't really notice the boos during the backstage stuff.
Well, and again, it's a small thing. And dude, I don't know. Maybe for all I know, oos does sound like boo. It's entirely possible that nobody was booing whatsoever. That's entirely possible. That being said, the way things are being set up with Jey Uso right now, and the way things are being even set up with CM Punk, you got two good guys, two incredible, like arguably the two most popular guys on your roster, at least on Monday Night Raw, going into this match for the title. is it possible that something's going to break during that match and somebody's going to have to cheat, cut corners, whatever? And who would it likely be in that situation?
I mean, the way they're setting stuff up, it'd be Jay, of course. I haven't seen any indication that WWE or CM Punk is leaning towards any sort of a heel turn for him. They probably
Yeah.
think, well, things are going pretty good with Phil right now. Why rock the boat? Why change?
Yeah. Yeah.
People want to see him be babyface Phil Brooks and see him get that title and actually hold it for longer than 5 minutes. That's his story. We're continue down that path. It's Jay they're doing the interesting stuff with, and any sort of heel turn, whether it's full fledged or just kind of more towards tweener territory, would add a lot more dimension towards Jake's character and make him far more interesting. So I'd guess it would be him.
Yeah, I do kind of wonder if that's the approach. And honestly, I think for you and I both is probably the preferred approach. Is just an organic, an organic evolution of his character. Not like, oh God, he's bad now. He's got a new attitude. Because that's just as lame as boring babyface, bland, boring babyface, or pushover guy. And in the case of Jay, I think the ingredients are there for something much more organic and natural. It'd be nice if he was confronted with a situation during that match. I don't know what's more likely. Dude, they're loading up the Saturday night's main event. Yeah. I don't know how boring they can get with it, but this idea that, you and I have sort of talked about or discussed or whatever that...
Don't put it past WWE to take something really good and make it boring.
I know, but like, dude, I understand the idea. Like they're not on broadcast television. They're on Peacock. So like, don't you think they want to save the good shit for the ESPN deal?
You'd think so, but
at the same time, dude, they're gonna crown a new world's champion.
Yeah, Jade's probably gonna beat Tiffany.
I could see that happening as well. Those are two pretty big deals.
Well, here's another thing to consider is that the next pay-per-view, War Games, you got two 45-minute long matches. That's half your time allotment, for the show, basically, with two War Games matches. You're going to have Cena have a match. That's another 20 minutes. I think last year at War Games, there was 4 matches.
Mm-hmm.
I think last year's or this year's Rumble, there was only 4 matches. Mm-hmm. So for War Games, you're looking at a card with not a ton of bouts on it.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a supplemental pay-per-view in that respect, I feel like.
The two bookends, to be honest with you, because you also got the next Saturday night's main event on the 13th, which of course is the big Cena, send-off, but there's going to be obviously other matches on that card. I mean, ideally not. Ideally, they just have the one match.
2-hour celebration of John Cena, yeah.
And the rest of it is just a 2-hour John Cena documentary.
Yeah.
Punctuated, of course, by him being interviewed by the President of the United States.
Oh, God. Don't want to think about it. Don't want to see it.
Oh, come on. If Trump has a microphone and he's asking Cena questions, that'd be great.
No, it would be great. I'd hate it. I guess another thing to consider is if they're going forward with the same, as Meltzer said, roughly the same teams for War Games. Punk and Roman leading the face team, and I guess it'd be Braun and Bronson leading the heel team. Maybe joined by Brock. Maybe Austin Theory still plays into things. Maybe not. Something's got to happen, because I think that was originally going to be the case, that Austin Theory is probably going to interfere to make sure Seth beat Punk. He retains the title. He joins the Vision. Now, I don't know about the likelihood, although here's a bit of a tangent, but we can work back towards this conversation. I had a thought this morning, and it was this. We were saying last week how Braun and Bronson looked like kind of like chumps, and more so this week too, with Heyman being like, "No, let me politic," rather than, and then like this week, Braun was like, "I just want to." We could have laid everybody out.
That was such a. I texted you this. I was like, that backstage felt like a rehearsal.
It did.
Like Braun's got to. I understand the idea. Sorry, I'm not gonna go ahead with you because I don't want you to forget your point.
No, I won't. So this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I know Heyman said, "Oh, I'm with Braun and Bronson." No, he still has Seth's back. He's delaying Braun's path to the championship by saying, "Oh, listen to me. I'm going to politic for you." No, don't go out there and and make your own opportunities. Listen to me. I'll make sure you get your opportunities for you. But that's all subterfuge on Heyman's part. He's trying to delay that until Seth comes back.
Okay, all right. He's like, you know what, Braun? Winning the Rumble is overrated. You don't want to be in the Elimination Chamber. It smells in there.
I mean, that's the issue. Is like
there's mold in there. You don't want to be a part of that.
It kind of makes Braun and Bronson look. It does make Braun and Bronson look like chumps. They're getting played.
Yeah, I know, dude. But like, like Heyman had a good point last week or two, whenever it was, when he was like, "Look at all the clients that I've had. Look at this list: McGillicuddy, Cesaro, Brock Lesnar."
What was the first thing Brock did? He came out and destroyed the Hardys.
Yeah, it was rad. But
But now he's advising Braun not to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, but also more recently, like, Brock's, well, more recently, this is not that recent. It's like 8 years ago. His Universal title run where he was never around. Paul Heyman was his advocate then, or whatever he called himself. And, he was like, yeah, Brock just took a lot of time off. So, Heyman works in a lot of different ways. What are you going to do? Not listen to, oh, yeah, Ryback. Well, who can forget Ryback and the success that he had?
Well, I mean, if you think
that's what Braun Breaker should have said. Paul Heyman.
Like what about Curtis Axel, Ryback,
all that stuff you talked about? Yeah, you got some big names. But you also have some turds on there, sir. So just let me do my thing, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That'd be interesting. I don't know if that's the case because I don't know if they know how long Seth is gonna be out for, but and I don't know how long he can stall on Braun Breaker.
That would be the thing.
Yeah,
like
because at a certain point,
8 months.
At a certain point, Braun's going to catch wind.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, I've been in this backstage room for 8 months now.
Yes. Had 2 matches on main event in the last 8 months.
They got you want me to team with the Alpha Academy? What? Or the American Made, whatever they're called? Those guys haven't been around forever. But oh yeah, we have an update, by the way. Here's a complete tangent. Apparently they just released the actual Wrestle the Shoes thing.
Yeah, the shoe video.
Did they actually? Okay, so did they? Okay, did they? They didn't actually do that on the show last night, did they?
No,
I said there was a couple small ones.
Yeah, like a poker chip and then something else. Yeah.
Okay, let's see, because somebody here says that they just put this thing out. Oh, Muted Mayday says they just. Oh, here we go. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, 19 minutes ago. It's Triple H walking. Of course, it's always Triple H centric.
It is. He's front and center. He really does want to be the Dana White of
WWE. So he's walking to a table. Cody's already at the table. Let me guess. It's a poker table or some sort of Vegas. Oh, Roman's there as well.
Oh, they're be playing blackjack. Someone's going to say, I'm going to double down. WrestleMania
Punk
42
is there.
logo.
Punk is there. Brock is there in a nice jacket. That'd be scary playing poker against Brock Lesnar.
Is it poker or blackjack?
I don't know. They haven't shown the actual table yet. Oh, here we go. They're dealing the cards. Cody's all in. It's really quick cuts. I have no idea what the game is. I don't think they show the game. I think it's poker. I think it's supposed to be poker.
Yeah, if Cody's all in, then yeah.
Yeah, that's poker. That's underwhelming. But I don't know what people expected, Jericho?
It's not the end of the year yet, or beginning of 2026. We have to wait that long before his contract's up, reportedly.
We already knew that they were going to be in Vegas, though.
Yeah, that's nothing
why
new.
do that?
Nothing new. Anyways, getting back to the whole thing about how things could play out Saturday night's main event.
You think so? What's more likely to happen? There's 3 options for you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, straight up clean win, probably in that case by CM Punk. That's my guess on that. Number 2, wildly overbooked finish that protects both two, because there's people that got beef with both these guys.
Mm-hmm.
That protects both guys. Somebody comes out with the title. I don't know who.
Probably Jey Uso in that
right?
instance.
You think? Yeah, maybe. Or somebody goes heel. Somebody turns heel. Somebody cheats to win, which in case would definitely be Jey Uso.
It'd be Jey Uso, yeah.
Yeah. Jey. What do you think's most power rank that shit?
Oh, the most likely scenario is a wildly overbooked finish where Jey takes advantage and wins. I think that's the most likely scenario.
You think so?
That a situation where it puts a little bit of thought in your mind about whether Jey down the road is actually going to have a full-fledged heel turn or not. Because I think Short of Jay like having his own bloodline ready to go and help him win this match. Like I feel like something
Yeah,
like
that'd be weird.
impactful like that would be, oh wow, all right, Jay's heel now.
That'd be wild. Yeah,
But it'd be out of nowhere, you
that would
know.
be. Yeah, that wouldn't be very good. Yeah.
But if like Braun and Bronson interfere because they don't want Punk to win for some reason, which at this point I don't really know why,
Yeah, I know. I know.
or they
Yeah.
just go and lay out everybody during a ref bump, but somehow Punk gets the worst of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Something
Yeah,
like
dude.
that.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's got to be something involving Braun and Bronson and Punk saying, well, Braun and Bronson, if it's leading to the War Games match, Braun
Mm-hmm.
and Bronson, you cost me World Heavyweight title. And then Roman comes out. I don't like Braun and Bronson either. War Games time.
And then Heyman's like, "I'm bringing Brock Lesnar."
Yeah.
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 Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. In any event, it's gonna be it's kind of a nicely unpredictable Saturday night's main event coming up here. We got the triple threat that was booked with Dom and Rusev and Penta. I feel like it's just sort of to get Dom away from those guys, still with the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
You know, he's
Yeah,
so
Dom's going to
clever,
win
that
that.
Dom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dom's
for
going to
sure.
win. We're going to see El Grande Americano and
Ryo and Bravo.
Rayo and Bravo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to see
They're
them
going to be
back last
involved
night.
because Finn says they weren't going to help him out.
Mm-hmm.
Jade's probably going to beat Tiffany, especially if Tiffany's walking in with a kayfabe knee injury. Of course, Cody's going to beat Drew.
Yeah.
So the kind of like the one match that's really up in the air is the World Heavyweight Championship one, depending on how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think they could throw some surprises at us. It's just, I mean, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a good litmus test to see like how are they treating this Peacock deal, this like new reduced Peacock deal where it's just sort of like Saturday night's main events and then a bunch
Is
of
it like
NXT,
glorified house show or are these shows that matters?
you know. So, anyways, of course, the November Predictions Challenge begins this weekend. If you want in on the November Predictions Challenge, click join right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, or go to patreon.com/Steve and Larson. Click on the Friendo Club setup there. You also get access to our bonus episodes. We've got a new one that we're going to film tomorrow, so it should be up later on this week. Of course, we had the big Hilton interview last month. Before that, it was just a good little discussion about content creation and blah blah blah. And then
the
of
world
course,
we're living in currently.
yeah, and then we've got the question threads available for you to ask your questions of Stephen Larson here on the show.
Indeed.
So that's how you get in on the Friendo Club setup. So yeah, the actual Jey Uso CM Punk Summit kicked off Monday Night Raw.
Not enough summits in pro wrestling.
Well, we got one on Wednesday. You got two summits, dude. You got this one that we had on Raw, and then you got the Callis Family Summit coming up.
That's right.
Which is pretty exciting. So he does the whole thing there with people loving that shit. And then he says, I got a lot of people in my ear. Roman, Jimmy, everybody mama in my ear. So I'm going to tell you right now, I don't give a damn what they think about me. It's just me for the number one contender. It's just me Saturday night. And your new World Heavyweight Champion, 2-time, 4 letters, 1 word. That brings out CM Punk. People love CM Punk. He gets in the ring. He says, and then he does his own encore. And they oblige. It's pretty funny. And he's like, I'm sorry for stealing your shit. He says, 4 letters, 1 word, Punk. And he's got this horrendous hoodie on.
He covers up CM. It's got his name on it. Covers up CM. It's points and it goes Punk.
It's got like weird, kind of military style patches,
Yeah.
but on a really white hood. It's like a cream.
It's like cream. It's cream.
It's like
yeah,
a cream hoodie.
Yeah.
And it was not.
It's reminiscent. Like the NFL have gear like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
like
I
that.
appreciate that WWE's kind of getting outside because they got all sorts of these licensing deals.
Yeah.
So this might have been a complex collab. I don't know what it was. In any event, it was
Leave us on the shop.
weirdest, most ill-fitting hoodie for Punk.
Yeah.
It was weird. He's like a well-built dude. Like he goes out there in his undies every month and fights, and he looks great. But sometimes hoodies are just built for weird bodies. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Anyways, in any event, he says, sorry for stealing your shit. He says, I won't get in your personal space tonight because that'll happen Saturday. But let's talk about tonight. You're finally listening to you. I'm happy about that. He says, no secret. Me and Jay are friends, which makes it harder to lace them up. I always put myself in my opponent's shoes, but I've never been in your situation because CM Punk always listened to CM Punk. He says, but that's easy to do when you're winning, but not when you lose or you're about to lose. He says, I had questions, but your body language and actions last week answered them. You threw your own brother over the top rope. And the crowd's like, oh, and he's like, no, I don't mean to admonish you. No, because they're booing him for that. And he says, no. He says, like, I don't mean to admonish you fans for booing him. He says, Jay is showing everybody, including me, he's got what it takes. So he says, if you're listening to you, you aren't listening to anyone. He says, you have what it takes, but how far are you willing to go? Not asking Big Jim's brother, Little Roman. I'm asking main event Jey Uso. How far are you willing to go? He said, you aren't the only one who needs to be champion again. The small amount I had was way too short. I need to be champion like I need air in my lungs. He says, I know how far I'm willing to go. But Saturday night's main event, when you're face down on the mat, you look up and you realize you're in a situation you can't yeet out of. How far are you willing to go? And Jay just says, let's go, Punk. Let's go, Oos. He says, I've been in the deep waters before. I know how to swim. He says, you're going to have these people believe that you're the one to get behind. As soon as I do something for me, now I'm the bad guy. He says, screw you, Punk. I'll show you on Saturday who the best in the world is. Yeet. So later on, Jay's walking around. Jimmy walks up. Maybe it's reversal. I don't know. He says, Jimmy says, it's just you, huh? You don't give a damn what I think? He says, let me remind you, I saved your ass twice last week. As soon as I turn my back, you throw me out. And Jay's like, man, I was trying to throw LA Knight out. I don't know what happened there. I didn't recognize. I didn't know what you were wearing at the time. Your back was to me. I thought you were somebody else. I thought you were Otis. And Jimmy's like, nah. I saw the tapes. Don't give me that. He says, you saw your chance and you saved your own ass. You knew the plan. It was supposed to come down to me and you. Then it's every man for himself. But you thought about yourself like you always do. And Jay's like, I heard what you said. You're my brother and I love you. He says, nothing's going to change that. But you said it yourself. If you had a chance, you would. It just didn't go that way for you. Why'd you come up before the biggest match of my career and try to say I betrayed you? I got a lot on my plate. Roman, Vision, Punk. He says, I don't have a lot of real estate left for anybody else. Jimmy says, I feel you. And then they dap up. So
Jimmy still seemed quite unsettled still after all that.
Well, yeah, he doesn't know how to process all that. His brother's going through a lot, and he dumped them out of the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
So I get it, Jimmy. I get it.
I remember them quite explicitly stating the plan. The play was for the Battle Royal last week. Hey, you and me, final two.
I don't remember that either, but I don't.
Is that just implied since they're brothers?
I guess. Maybe they actually texted away from the cameras.
That doesn't happen on WWE TV, though, Steve. People go whole weeks without talking and then they seemingly have a conversation on Raw.
First time for everything, man.
Despite being siblings or spouses.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Never talk business unless it's on camera.
I guess not. So we mentioned earlier Dom's going to triple threat match. Of course, that was set up during Raw last night. So we got Judgment Day backstage. Dom walks in, says, we got a problem. So Raquel talks about Roxanne facing Nikki Bella. And Dom says, no real problems. Adam Pearce has some vendetta against me. And now Rusev and Penta have no one's contenders match. And Raquel says, well, if you weren't such a habitual cheater, Dom says, that's heinous because I've never cheated a day in my life. Now I face the winner Saturday. What are we going to do? And JD says, we have our hands full tonight. Tonight you're on your own. So Dom gets out his phone. He's calling El Grande, talking about help. And Raquel says, Roxanne, you got to focus on your match. So we did have Rusev versus Penta. It was really good. It was really good
this
match.
is a really cool match.
They gave it a ton of time. You knew exactly how this was going to go. At the end, though, as soon as Dom makes that phone call, he's calling El Grande. They want this finish. No winner.
Mm-hmm.
There's no winner. Dom doesn't have to defend the title on Saturday.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened. El Grande, Rio, and Bravo.
Yeah, it's Rio. They should have just called him Rio. Like, just be obvious about it.
I know. They show up. They beat everybody up. Ref throws the match out. So they all take out Penta, throw Rusev into the steps, and then El Grande's posing, or all of them are posing, and then Rusev rises and he screams. He destroys Ryo and Bravo. El Grande turns around, eats a shot from Penta, and I think Penta's looking for a destroyer, and then Ryo and Bravo pull El Grande out, and then Rusev and Penta have a stare down. So later on, Pierce is backstage. He's looking for Dom, and he finds out where he is, heads over to where he's kind of stationed at, and he says, "Hey Dom, you were with the Americanos. What was that? You orchestrated all that." And Tom was like, "I was telling them it's crazy they would do that. I think they decided all on their own because I don't think they thought it through. And now Penta and Rusev are after them."
You know what's funny, dude, is like, Pierce goes backstage and he sees one extra back there, whoever it is, like, "Hey, have you seen Dom?" When it's like all he has to do is do this one head movement, and he's got like the loudest El Grande Americano colors over there. All those dudes commiserating. And so he has to get somebody to be like, "Oh yeah, they're just over there." He's like, "Oh, thanks." And he's like, "What's going on with these guys?" And he was like, "What?" It's crazy that they would just decide that to do that all on their own, because I don't think they really thought it through. Now Penta and Rusev are after them. So Pierce is like, "They're not going after Los Americanos. They're going after you, both of them, because on Saturday you're defending that title against both of them in a triple threat match." And
Dom says,
he says,
knowing less. Yeah.
Yeah, Dom is great, dude.
I did like Pierce asking the extras because he's like, "All right, good to see you." Like, he was very warm.
Well, yeah, dude. He's professional.
Very personable.
I know he's been in that situation before. He probably got his $400 to be backstage at a Raw back in 1999 or something
like that. Yeah, 95 probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Bayley and Lyra get a tag title shot. That was Bayley's surprise for Lyra. We saw Bayley issuing the challenge on social media. And then later on, Lyra's getting yelled at by Asuka and Kyrie about getting the title match. Asuka accuses her of taking their spot in line. And Lyra's like, "I had nothing to do with it." So eventually, Kyrie and Asuka leave. Bayley walks in and asks, "What was that about?" And Lyra says, "The mess you got us into." Bayley says, "Oh, forget about them. I got you a tag team jacket. You excited?" It's matching tag jacket. And Lyra says, "I've never been in the ring with them, but those titles mean a lot to me. We're in the main event, but now that you mentioned you've never fought them," this is what Bayley says, "You never fought them? What if we lose?" And then Lyra says, "Bayley, what if we win?" Bayley gets fired up.
So Lyra's all in. All in.
If she get a championship, she's all in.
So then we've got Flair and Bliss backstage. Jackie's like, "Why did you guys accept this match? You guys have been on a roll fighting champions." And Bliss is like, "We never back down from a challenge. All they got to do is ask if they want to fight." And Charlotte says, "Not keeping tabs, but I'm about to make history." And Alexa's like, "We're about to make history." She's like, "Oh, that's right. I got to work on that. We're about to make history. We're 2 title defenses away from having the most women's tag title defenses in history."
That's crazy because they've only had those titles since WrestleMania?
It shows a lot about the women's tag titles.
It does.
It
does.
was awesome to see them main event tonight,
and
they're actually booking them. The teams that they're putting together for these tag titles are really good. So the Kabuki Warriors come up. Asuka's like, "We should be in the match. Lyra and Bayley don't deserve those titles, and neither do you." Charlotte's like, "Look, Asuka, I know we've been through a lot. I've beaten you a lot. I know. I've changed. I'd be honored. We'd be honored to face the two of you." And Asuka's like, "I've beaten you a lot too. You're not ready for Asuka." And then Kyrie gets her umbrella and whoosh, walks off. They are fucking hilarious. Kyrie, I don't know what this shit is, but it's fucking hilarious.
Every week she's adding something new.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. She's like, "You don't want to make us angry." Yeah.
Yeah. And that was your main event, and it was really spectacular.
Oh my God, this match was fucking awesome, dude.
It was really good. It was really, really good. So the finish saw Bayley hit a Lou Thez press. Everybody's brawling. Bayley with a bunch of chops, rushes in, eats a huge boot from Charlotte. Charlotte pulls her to the middle, locks on a figure 8. Lyra in, blocks Bayley's hand as she's about to tap. So then Alexa hits Lyra with the Twisted Bliss, and then Alexa and Charlotte hit Bayley and Lyra with stereo natural selections. to get the win.
That
Then
finish was
afterwards-
sick, dude.
It was cool.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Then afterwards, Asuka and Kyrie come down and attack Alexa and Charlotte. They lay everyone out except Bailey. They back down from Bailey, which is interesting given Bailey's history with damage control and Asuka.
Yep. So that's one of those things where it's like, all right, well, where's Lyra and Bailey going to go from here?
Mm-hmm.
So I like this. I know I've seen a lot of like negativity towards the whole Bailey, split personality thing or whatever you want to call it. I really like it because it brings a lot out of Lyra as just like a character, and it's nothing complex. It's just, we get to see her personality. And I don't know. I think Bailey's doing a really good job. They didn't really focus on that aspect of it this time, but I really like that stuff.
No, I don't think either of us were huge fans of the video packages before she returned.
Well, that was mainly like a production thing.
It was, but I think how it's been executed on TV between her and Lyra has been much better than what those video packages were suggesting.
Yeah.
LA Knight's calling next. He wants next after Saturday night's main event. He has a pretty long promo. This felt like rehearsal too. A couple of backstage segments felt like rehearsals.
Yeah.
Seemed like he might have forgot his lines a couple times.
Yeah, that's sort of. LA Knight just gets by in his charm. Yeah,
he does. So he's asked about the Battle Royal. He says, "I feel short, but you're right. Here I stand, not fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship. You see that around my waist? No, but you see Punk and Jay going into Saturday night's main event. Did he or didn't he mean to do things? It doesn't matter. He's talking about Jay tossing himself and Jimmy off over the top." He's going on, I'm not. I can get rid of the glasses and the vest. Sometimes I get used to doing the hard thing, and whoever comes out of this, I'm telling you now, when I ask Jackie the next time I see her if I have a belt around my waist, she has no choice but to say, yeah. Why? You have to accept the isness that is me. With everybody saying LA Knight, yeah. He's really trying to get isness over.
He really wants to make isness happen, and it might. Maybe it will. Remains
I'll be honest,
to be seen.
I like isness.
I'm not anti-isness, but I'm also
you're
not super on board with isness.
So you're isness agnostic is what you're saying.
Isness undecided. I'm an undecided voter when it comes to isness.
All right, very well.
So maybe I'll just need to get a little sweetened on me. This is what I was talking about earlier, where this felt like a rehearsal. I get that Braun Breaker, and I agree with the philosophy that you want to make him more of a three-dimensional character and not quite the maniac that his uncle was.
But you don't want to make him a dope.
Well, you don't want to make him a dope, and also you need to project. This is not excuse me. Number one, WWE, AEW, pretty much everybody, they all have a problem miking up people who talk small and big in the same promo.
Yeah.
And Braun loves to go understated. LA Knight's got a wide range of volume.
He's got a pretty large dynamic range with which he talks, yeah.
Especially in the promo that he did this week where he's reflective. But then he also does the isness stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Braun this week, they needed like a fucking lav on him, like with the gain jacked up so that you can hear every little breath because he did not talk very loud. And so he's back there and he just seems docile.
Almost
he just
defeated.
seems, yeah. And it's like, it's just not interesting. And so they're backstage with Heyman. Braun's like, look, I trust you, but I think we should have been in that battle royal. It's the fastest way to the belt. We needed to run down and destroy everyone. But he says it in such like I don't know. It was so undercooked the way he delivered it.
Sounded like a read-through.
It did. He was just getting his lines out.
Mm-hmm.
So Paul Heyman says, look, I love that, but it would have exacerbated an already upset Pierce who could have suspended us indefinitely and made it his life's mission to keep you away. He said, instead of using it on 20 men, use it on one man. One man shares our vision. Punk and Jay will fight to death, and one will end up looking to be a victim. You eliminate that one man who shares our vision, and your path is clear. And Braun says, go to Pierce and get me a match with that man. Heyman says, already talked to him and you have your match. If you don't mind getting your gear on, that match is coming soon. Braun says, who's that man? And he says, LA Knight, yeah.
That's another thing. It's like Braun should be, all right, savvy enough. Oh, all right. LA Knight. He just said he's coming for the title.
Yeah, the writing just wasn't terribly well thought out, and it just wasn't well executed here. Because this is the kind of stuff that we've asked for, and I think it's the kind of stuff that we want to see. But Braun needs to start questioning Heyman very quickly. So, I don't know. Anyways, we had that match, Braun Breaker versus LA Knight. It was fine. You know, they did the thing where, LA Knight might, win this thing. But what was it like? Didn't Bronson Reed? Let's see here. So Knight slams Breaker down on the announce desk a few times, rolls him into the ring, backs down Heyman. Breaker tries a gorilla press slam. Knight counters with a reverse DDT. Knight heads up top and tries a jump up elbow, but Braun kips up and hits a spear instead. Gets the cover and the win. I thought there was some distraction here, but maybe not.
I think earlier on there was, yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's just right down towards the finish.
Gotcha.
This is probably, the umpteenth time that LA Knight's lost to Braun?
Yeah, he's made a whole career of it. Braun seems I think it was on the Undertaker podcast. He's very grateful to LA Knight. And I'm glad that he's vocal about that because he should be very grateful to LA Knight.
Yes.
Because ever since that first episode of 2.0.
Yeah. LA Knight is Braun Breaker's. LA Knight is to Braun Breaker as Solo Sikoa is to LA Knight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah.
So Maxine Dupree's getting another Women's Intercontinental title shot at a time of her choosing. So we see her coming close to winning last week, the DQ finish. He's talking to Pierce backstage. He says, given what happened, I gave Becky a week off, but you got 2 wins over the Intercontinental Champion. Third time is the charm, and you've earned it. I'm going to make the title match official. Maxine says, thanks, but I don't want it to go to waste because title chances don't happen all the time. She says, after last week, I need to call a friend and make sure I'm prepared for everything. But when I'm ready, I will step in that ring, take the title off her waist, and give her and the rest of the world the biggest shock of their lives. And Pierce says, all right, call me when you're ready, and I'll make it happen. We're going to get Bloodsport Natty training Maxine Dupree for this title match?
That'd be ideal. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That makes a lot of sense. I really liked this performance from Maxine. Mm-hmm. I thought that it was so fleshed out and full of thought. And I like to see that, when people act like normal people. Mm-hmm. We also had Roxanne Perez taking on Nikki Bella. This is a good enough, but boy, Roxanne is so good.
Yeah, she is really good.
She is really good. She can do a lot. She could do a lot when not given much to work with. Yeah. So anyways, that's not meant as shade, but it kind of is. She gets the win here. Was there even a distraction from Raquel? I guess she was. Yeah, she did. She got on the apron at one point.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, she gets the win with the Pop Rocks here.
Yep. Then Finn and JD, they want a tag team title rematch, so they asked Pierce for that.
Oh, sorry. Afterwards, they attack Nikki Bella, and then Stephanie Vaquer makes the save.
Yeah. So Finn and JD walk in to Pierce's office as he has news for Dom and asks what they want. So Finn says, we want to know when to expect our rematch. We were hoping it would be tonight. Pierce says, you're busy, both of you. Last week, you two eliminated someone illegally and demanded a match, and they demanded a match against either one of you. Who is going to go up against Sheamus? And JD volunteers, says, I'll do it. When I rip his head off, when I rip his head off, I'm coming right back here. Finn says, oh, and don't forget tag team titles. So Finn helps JD get the win. The rest distracted. Finn hits Sheamus with the shillelagh. And then JD hits a top rope Spanish fly on Sheamus to get the W. It's a pretty huge win for JD.
This, if I'm looking at Cage Match right now, and it looks like the last time he got a singles victory in WWE was January on Main Event against Akira Tozawa.
Wow. It's been a while.
I mean, it's possible. Boy, I don't, because I remember like maybe he got one against R-Truth back when they were all beefing, but I don't even know if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. On a house show, he beat Ricochet back in April of 2024.
Jeez.
This is huge. He beat Axiom in a speed match on Twitter
Yeah.
in April of that year as well. So yeah, this is an awesome win for him because the dude busts his ass out there.
Yeah.
And Sheamus is he's a big enough. He's like one of the best depth guys they got.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's good for JD McDonough beating Sheamus.
Indeed. And that was Monday Night Raw. Yeah.
That's it.
Oh,
we
sorry,
had,
went-
and then
Yeah. It's backstage with AJ and Dragon Lee, and Judgment Day walks up. We want our rematch, and so it's happening next week.
Dragon Lee needs to not talk because he started talking during this segment and he was like talking about fire or something. He's like, I am fire. And I'm like, you sound like a child in like a Power Rangers show or something. His acting is not good, but he's really good in the ring.
He is really good in the ring.
Let Uncle Allen do the talking for the team. We're gonna do some cool lucha stuff, okay? Listen, Dragon, we're gonna do cool stuff. We're gonna keep these tag titles. He said, Pierce, I'm still gonna retire in 2026, but I got these tag titles.
Yeah. Until then, I'm holding on to these tag titles.
Yeah. Every time Dragon Lee talks, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Anyways.
You want to answer some questions?
Yeah, let's go and answer some questions here. This is the question thread, right? It is good. Okay, good. Heel Heat says, would you two consider Song 2 by Blur a grunge song since it's meant to be a parody of grunge? Is a parody of a thing a thing?
Still that thing.
Like Hardware Wars is still a sci-fi flick, even though it's a parody of Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I guess the possibility exists. I never really considered Song 2 a grunge song per se.
Well, I'm assuming that Heel Heat understands that maybe he saw something where they said it was supposed to be a parody.
Yeah.
Of grunge.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I still don't even know what the definition of grunge is. So Blind Cinephile.
Maybe we'll talk about that. Are we doing the grunge bonus episode? Are we doing that?
I don't know. We never got on the same page in terms of what we're going to actually do.
Oh, I thought we were just going to list our top 10 grunge songs.
No, I said I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
Blind Cinephile says, who do you guys see for the War Games teams, especially if Jay turns heel?
Wow, I guess it'd be Jay, Braun, Bronson, and Brock.
If Jay turns heel, then
against Punk, Roman, Jimmy. Then who else? Cody?
LA Knight.
Cody's got to be on the card, some respect.
LA Knight.
Oh, LA Knight. Yeah, that makes sense. The Isness.
The Isness. Team Isness.
Mr. Sinister says, with AJ Styles retiring next year, should he get another singles title run? If so, which title should he win? All.
Wait, who?
AJ Styles, Uncle Allen.
I mean, name one title he shouldn't win.
Should name them all.
You know,
win them all.
He dethrones Stephanie, dethrones Tiffany, dethrones Cody, takes Roman's Ulafala.
Yeah.
All of it.
Let's see. Cam here says, imagine it's WrestleMania 50. It's about 8 years from now.
Yeah.
Who will be the two main eventing for both men and women?
Who will be... Okay, all right. Cody.
Yeah.
And Rhea.
All right.
I mean, they fucking take forever. These athletes stick around forever.
Yeah.
Cody's going to be their biggest dude in 8 years.
Well, who will be Cody's opponent?
Okay. Braun.
Cody versus Braun. Okay.
Yeah. And then Rhea versus Stephanie.
All right.
I mean, I'm just putting faith in who they like now because 8 years from now, it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, well, I'm supposed to, it's not going to be Obafemi until I see that they have big plans for Obafemi. If it's like, oh man, he comes in and like absolutely destroys Ilya or something for the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Then okay, maybe if he comes in and destroys Cody, then okay, they got Mania main event plans for this guy. Then I'll be, but you know how they're gonna do it. He's gonna come up in a weird throne tag team.
Yeah, probably.
With Rusev or some shit like that.
Probably.
It's gonna be
right.
weird.
I'm gonna go on a bit more of a limb than you. I'm gonna say this match we should have got main event in not Halloween Havoc, but the last NXT PLE for the title. Obafemi versus Javon Evans. Maybe it's more wishful thinking on my part, that main event WrestleMania someday. And then Stephanie for sure, Vaquer. And I got Blake Monroe.
Okay. Yeah, it's possible.
That'll happen.
Let's see here. Levy says, if the rumored return of Austin Theory is actually happening soon, would it make more sense for him to be a face upon return, given how A-Town Down Under ended? I will say this. They will make no reference whatsoever to his time in A-Town Down.
Nope.
And for good reason.
Yeah.
If I was booking this, I'd be like, let's forget that ever fucking happened.
Walk away from it.
Walk away from it. Yeah.
Timor here asks if you could hype something up. Sorry, if you could hype up something going in Raw related in a similar manner to the recent shoe short clips that WWE have done for Mania 42, what body part clothing item would you focus your short clips on? Have you seen those infrared or heat cameras of people farting in stores?
I mean, I saw those a long time ago. Yeah.
Or you just see the...
That's disgusting.
It's funny, though.
It is. I mean, it's honestly, to me, it was always just more fascinating than anything. I'm like, oh, God, that's gross.
You see someone stand there, and there's like this huge cloud that emanates from their rear end. It's like, how like, my mind is, how did that come out and not make a sound that someone would notice,
I'd love to take that to like a mall and see how many people are crop dusting.
Oh, a lot.
Just beefing as they're walking. And would it change from mall to mall? Like if you took that to Arden versus Galleria.
I don't think it matters.
Really? You don't think like
so.
the the clientele more or less likely? I disagree.
I don't think so.
I think Arden is chock full of people who crop dust.
I think, in fact, it might be the opposite. You might be surprised that the Galleria is just crop dusting all over the place.
Like a bunch of like the hottie toddies, the upper crust at Galleria, coming from that pretzel maker Mrs. Fields combo, just laying ass on everybody.
Just beef everywhere.
Ripping.
Yep. Walking out of the Coach store, just crop dusting everybody.
Just completely dropping ass on everybody.
All right, Steve, you got a blind power rank. This one's going to be fun. This is from Phantom Driver.
Excellent.
You got 6 options. I'm going to mix up the order a little bit, make it a little more interesting.
Look at you, changing the intentions of these friendos.
It's for the betterment of the content, so.
Fair enough. All right, 6, and what am I blind power ranking today?
Pizza toppings.
Woo! I had some pizza on Sunday. It was amazing.
Number 1, pepperoni.
Number 1.
All right, pepperoni number 1.
Pepperoni's so strong. It is like probably, I would imagine, the single most ordered single topping pizza ever.
Could be. How about
I
this one?
I don't think it's up as a debate. It's probably like 70%.
Could be. Bacon.
I love bacon. Not on pizzas.
Interesting.
Yeah, not a fan. But given the distinct possibility that son of a bitch pineapple is here, I'm going to put bacon at number 4. I don't hate on it. I'm just not a fan of it on my pizza.
All right. What about sausage?
Oh.
So good. That's my personal favorite.
Sausage is great.
Yeah.
Easy number 2.
All right. What about mushrooms?
I love mushrooms.
You do love mushrooms.
Oh
Can
boy.
confirm. Steve loves himself mushrooms.
Give me them mushrooms.
Where's
Next.
mushrooms going? 3?
Oh, sorry. 3. Yeah, it's 3.
So you got pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms 1 through 3, and then bacon.
I got bacon next.
At 4?
Yeah, 4.
All right. Sardines.
Oh, what? Mm-mm. Where do you stand on that?
Not a fan personally. On pizza, at least. I don't think I've ever had sardines, kind of, period.
Lacey loves sardines. She opens up that can, and I'm like, what is this? Galleria? Somebody rip ass outside the Coach store?
Yeah.
Get that out of here, Lace.
All right, where are you putting sardines?
Man. I'll be honest. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that at number 6.
You'd rather have pineapple than sardines.
That's
the next
the next
one,
one?
yes.
Okay, yeah. I knew that was gonna be the next one,
Yeah.
and I'm good with that because here's the thing. Like, I actually understand Hawaiian pizza. I get it. I get that. Like that. To a lot of people, that's a combo that they're into. I respect it. It's just not my flavor. Pineapple just kind of grosses me out a little bit. But I don't think it's like, dumpster food. I'm like, it's just it happens to be a fruit that I'm not into, right? Sardines are like, you crack open this nasty tin can. I don't know what's going on in there.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in there. They're going to put that on my pizza? What the hell? I don't know what I'm going to get from that. If I eat pineapple, I might not like the taste, but I know I'm not going to get sick from it.
You like Caesar salad though, right? Oh, it's anchovies they put in the dressing. It's anchovies, not sardines. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm okay with anchovies. I'm okay with
Interesting.
that. Yeah, I like Caesar salad. That's good stuff. Anyways, killed that list. Absolutely killed it. Just good job, me. All right, man. Are you ready to power rank, Larson?
Yeah. How many do I got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right. What's the topic?
Boy, oh boy. You're going to have a field day with this one, man. Muppets.
Muppets?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. First up, we've got Miss Piggy.
Like, I appreciate Miss Piggy as a character.
No.
Her and Kermit's dynamic is really good.
She's awfully obnoxious.
It could be a bit much sometimes.
Not the ideal mate.
So I'm gonna put Miss Piggy at 5.
Wow.
Iconic character.
I get the feeling you're not going to regret that. I actually think you probably should have ended up putting her lower. But next up, Animal. Love Animal.
Animal's number 1.
All right,
Animal's
man.
the best.
Here's the cult classic and a personal favorite of both of ours. Pepe the King Prawn.
Oh,
Love Pepe.
I am not shrimp. I am King Prawn. Pepe's great.
Pepe's great.
I'm guessing you're gonna have Rolf, Kermit, Fozzie, Gonzo. There's a lot of other names that are more iconic than Pepe. As much as I love Pepe, so Pepe's going at 6. Pepe's great.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's wild business. All right, next up. I'll be honest. This guy's not a favorite of mine. Kind of curious where you stand on him. Fozzie Bear.
You know, Fozzie was featured a lot in the first few Muppet movies, like the first 2 especially,
Yeah.
and was kind of phased out a little bit for the later ones.
Kind of too much of a pushover. What do you do creatively with that character,
Yeah, I know. At the same time, though, he was one of the characters with a little bit more depth to him because of that.
Yeah. Oh,
He
yeah.
always had that insecurity.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I'll put Fozzie at 4. I always kind of like Fozzie.
All right. Next up. Most iconic Muppet in history. Kermit the Frog.
Kermit T. Frog here.
Kermit
Kermit's
T.
at 2.
Frog here.
Kermit's at 2.
Where you're gonna put me at 2? Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
Kermit's
that's
at 2.
good. Thank you. Next up, Swedish Chef.
Oh, bork, bork, bork.
Bork, bork, bork.
You know, I love Swedish Chef. Thing's a little one-dimensional.
Yeah, but if that's one dimensional, that's all you need. Sometimes
That's all you need.
Bork, bork,
Gosh,
bork.
this one's tough. 3 seems high for Swedish Chef.
It does. It really does.
Oh, it's got to be 7.
It really does. All right. All right. What do you have left? There's 2 more.
I have 3 and 8.
All right. Next up, Beaker.
Oh, Beaker? Oh, I love Beaker.
You know, I should have just been doing impressions, and then you have to guess
then I
who
have
I'm
to guess
talking
who it
about. Yeah, Beaker. Seamus's cousin, Beaker.
So I like the dynamic between Beaker and Professor Honeydew. Gosh, I don't think I can put Beaker at 3 though. Beaker at 3 is really high,
It is really high.
considering a lot of other names that could be out there.
I'm gonna help you nail this. It is really high to put him at 3
I was going to lean towards 8 anyways. Beaker it is at 8. Kind
because
of breaks my heart.
Next
great.
up, we've got the Steven Larson of the Muppets. These fucking assholes. These old assholes.
there we go.
Statler and Waldorf.
Statler and Waldorf at 3.
Talking shit all day long. Just talking shit.
There we go.
Nailed
close
it,
to
dude.
nailing it. All right, pretty close to nailing that
I
one.
think you did pretty damn good there. You did pretty damn good. Oh, man. Luis says, if you can make a TV show about any subject, what would it be?
Wow.
That new Ken Burns documentary about the Revolutionary War is going to be good.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Any subject?
Any topic.
I know we already got this is such a thing that's I think you and I'd be interested in for sure. And there's already been 1-hour documentaries on Netflix about it, but I feel like there was more there. Malice at the Palace.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That was a great one.
It really was. That's why I feel like an hour of it was great. Give me another hour. I feel like there was more there.
Yeah. There's a sequence. So like Netflix, and it might have been a BBC production or Netflix. I don't know what it was. Sometimes whatever. They did one like about fucking, I don't know, the universe in general or whatever. And it sort of like looked at how life formed plus like how the universe formed, kind of, you know, juxtaposing shit. I think Morgan Freeman did the narration.
That sounds familiar.
The graphics were stunning. And there's one segment that for whatever reason I find absolutely fascinating that I could use an entire documentary on. And it's Thea, the fucking other planet thing that slammed into Earth and then it made the moon. And it was like, how much of that, like, what would Earth have been if this fucking other planet had come in? And like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they did such a terrific job on the graphics of this thing. Mm-hmm. I could watch a breakdown of how all that is and was and speculated on like forever. I could watch a 3-hour movie about just that fucking planet hitting proto-Earth.
Yeah.
3.5 billion years ago.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah. I like all that space shit.
We got some super chats here. Psycho Jet Black says, Larson, do you love Hank and Tank as much as Steve? Honk honk.
I love Hank and Tank?
Yeah.
Since when?
We also had one here from Skylar that says, message retracted.
Thank you, Skylar.
Thank you, Skylar.
Let's see here.
This is a good question from Luis. If once a year you're allowed to use someone's pyro, who are you using and when? Steve doesn't really like pyro, though.
Yeah, none. I'd use who has no.
You want to
pyro.
use the pyro they set off after the rumble in San Antonio that went off over the freeway because it was CG. The fake pyro. That's what you want.
Yeah, I want fake pyro. Yeah.
I want the pyro for when Seth Rollins cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania 31.
That's good.
And I want to go off right when you're about to try to hit a shot to win a game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Yeah. You know how that goes, though. Like, sometimes the more distractions, the better I am. If, like, you're running at me and you're making a weird face, I'll nail it. If you just sit back and let me, like, decide my own fate.
If I try to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the other day, I was like, hey, I got my top 10 grunge song list done.
Yeah.
and you were trying to figure out what the top two were, and it threw you off your game for a little bit.
If you query me, yes.
Yes.
If you throw some fucking interview questions at me, yeah. Anyways, thanks everybody.
Like, Steve, give me a situation in which you're presented with a problem and solved it with your team.
Yeah, clang. Anyways, that's going to do it for the show today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Hot Takes is coming up tomorrow. Thursday, we've got the AEW/news show. And, of course, nothing on Friday because on Saturday, we've got Saturday night's main event. One thing, so how many matches are on this thing now?
4.
It's 4? Do you think that Peacock, they're just going to limit it to 2? I hope it's going to be a 2-hour show again.
Yeah. It's a 2-hour show.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a 2-hour show.
Probably because they have international broadcast partners where it's the same thing. It's 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm sure that's in the contract. It's got to be a 2-hour show. The question is of that 2 hours, how many minutes are going to be dedicated to actual wrestling? If it's 4 matches, probably less than an hour.
Minutes, not hours.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so we're going to be doing that on Saturday. So hopefully you'll join us for that. Hope you guys have a good next day or whatever. Rest of your day, I guess.
Yeah. See y'all on. Oh, we didn't say this during the show. We have a October predictions challenge winner.
Oh, shit. That's right. Would you like to announce? Oh, I want to bring this up too. This because J2X, before we announce the predictions winner, J2X was our September predictions winner. And here was the prize package and his photo. So apologies to the Twitch people because I didn't give it to you. I just made it literally while we were doing the waiting room.
I didn't get a photo from it the last time I won for this.
Did you submit one?
No, you didn't ask me.
Hey, that's on you. You know how things run around here. It's your show. Send me a picture, you big dumb. Here's J2X's. I know for a fact I asked you if you were winning another, what are you going to do? And you're like, I don't know. Let me get back.
Oh, that was several months before I actually won again, so I don't remember that.
All right. Well, here's J2X's picture that he wanted. Twitch crowd, you got to go over to YouTube to see this. Sorry,
Twitch.
It'll also be on the Patreon for everybody to see because there's a Hall of Champions there. It's the Friendo Palooza shirt with like the flyer on it from this year's Friendo Palooza Predictions Challenge. And then he got a hat and he got a jersey coming to him as well. So J2X for winning Friendo Palooza 1. There is your prize package. Congratulations. And the winner of the October Predictions Challenge is
Phantom Driver.
Phantom Driver 1.
Yeah, went down to the tiebreaker. I went back and I reviewed the footage of the I Quit match, Mox and Darby. Counted again the I Quits. Got a more accurate count, I feel like, this time. And yeah, Phantom Driver is your winner.
Phantom Driver, congratulations. Please send us, I know Phantom Driver, you are in on the Patreon. I've seen you in the chat before. So please send us the picture you would like to use for the Hall of Champions. And then I will spend the next day or two whipping up your prize package, a shirt, a hat, and a jersey. And I'm going to see, you know what I regret is I kind of agreed to do the Halloween Havoc guy. Can you get to the post for me, please? But you know what I regret? Not having you do it. You know, you're a bit of an artist yourself, Larson. I remember back in astronomy class, you used to make little doodles and stuff, and they used to make me laugh. I love whatever's happening right now. This is outstanding. We're seeing it in real time. This is like an art stream. This is an art stream. I love that immediately you just pick up a pen. You're like, I've been waiting for this moment. Larson's time to shine. This idiot Steve thinks that he's the art guy. Nah. Shout out to Art Guy in our YouTube chat, by the way.
Like it's almost kind of Halloween themed paper. You won't be able to see it.
Oh,
at all.
Damn it. I can't see that at all.
Can't.
Oh, that makes me so sad. That makes me
Here, I'll take a picture of it.
Please take a picture of it and then send it to me.
What the heck? Set up later. Finally updated my phone. Didn't have enough space on there for the longest time.
Yeah, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with all this extra bandwidth you have now? You have so much bandwidth, dude.
I don't know.
When are you gonna do some streaming on your guitar?
Oh, I don't know.
You have the bandwidth now, though.
I had the bandwidth before. My internet was pretty good before.
Well, now it's excellent. Now it's
Yeah,
superior.
I've simply got it just to stick it to you. That's the only reason I got the fiber, because I have it and you don't.
That's why you do anything. That's yes. Oh, hold on a second. I don't know. This is worth it. I'm going to send this to myself right now. I'm going to put it on the stream. We're not ending this podcast until you guys get to see the October predictions prize here.
I had to really cramp Friendos in there.
I'm not going to draw. I'm just going to use this.
Oh, good.
Maybe I'll dump it into OpenAI.
There you go.
I'll say make something out of this. That's horrible. Don't do that, people. It's awful. Hold on a second.
Oh, I forgot to add the.
You didn't forget anything.
No, I forgot to add a couple fingers there.
All right, here it is for the crowd. Oh no, it's not showing up. Oh, that makes me so
drat.
incredibly sad. That makes me so incredibly sad. Hold on. Open up with Photoshop. I'm putting this on the goddamn stream.
Oh, we're gonna keep the show going just so we can show it.
Whatever. More watch time. There we go. Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. Here, I'm gonna do this. This will work. Flatten image. Save.
Whoops.
I just put it on the same thing that I put up here. There it is. There is the Halloween Havoc guy as drawn by Larson.
I remember if the Halloween Havoc guy had his tongue sticking out, but I thought it'd be better if it did.
Yeah, it works better that way. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go.
Sharp teeth. Something weird going on with the hands, but hey.
That will be Phantom Driver. You have this in some way, shape, or form. This is coming to you. Do not throw that piece of paper away, Larson. He might get the original artwork here. This is going to be like one of those, what is it? Who was the dude that like his little tiny sketches ended up being worth so much? I think Dali had that. Maybe
Well, most
Picasso.
of it is like if you
Was
watch
Picasso?
the persistence, if you see the persistence of memory, that thing is like this big. It's pretty small.
Yeah. This right here. That's great. Awesome. All right, I'm going to put that on a shirt. Just a white shirt with that on it.
Oh my gosh.
That's going to Phantom Driver. Anyways, that's going to do it for the show today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.